Good morning, guys. How the devil? There we go. How are we doing, guys? Everything alright? How is everyone? Welcome back to the charts. Ah, the seat is low. That's better. Good morning, Paolo. Shouldn't you be working, Paolo? How are you doing, mate? Alright. I've got this nasty bloody cough. Good morning, Nella. Oh, we can talk about fasting today, Nella. Talk about fasting. Right, guys, welcome back. Welcome to another Relentless Stream London session. We're going to go straight to his top-down analysis, see what we can catch today, and hopefully we can grab some nice pips early because there's loads of football on. All I've been doing watching football. Good morning, Jack. How are you doing? Newcastle have done you in. Why? Oh, why? Why have they done you in, mate? Come on, tell me about it. Tell me all about it, Jack. Okay, guys, good to have you back. I was thinking, tell me your thoughts, right, on changing the colours of my candles just for... I like black and white, right? It's not so intense, but more for the stream. More for the stream. I got a bit of feedback saying somebody can't really see my candles and they love my streams, but they can't really see my candles. It puts them off a bit. I might be wrong. Maybe it's just one individual. So let me know your thoughts on that. Oh, the stag do, yes. Was it good, mate? Did you enjoy it? It's a good place for a stag do. That's why I had my stag do. Like, you don't need to go abroad. This is an unbelievable latte. Okay, guys, is my voice okay? Is the music right? Everything okay? And then we're going to get amongst the top down. And then we're going to take the piss out with Jack out. He couldn't handle the night out at Newcastle. Yeah. Right, okay, let's get into a top down. So, sounds like something out of Mario Kart, this music. Good morning, JKZ. How are you doing? Okay, guys, let's go into a top down then. I'm going to pause the music, do a top down. Very, very important. This and also your logbook, two most important things you do when trading. Okay, not about taking the trade, top down analysis, and also tracking your previous trades. Okay, so now the monthly, we're on the 18th now. We've got another 11 days left of this month. Okay, now the monthly did close bullish here. Okay, now we did try and break above this. I don't believe we can actually close above this without coming back down to this level, because you've got no top wick and you've got no bottom wick on this area. So I do believe if this monthly doesn't do it, the next one surely will. But I do believe price will eventually come down to this, even if it wants to drive up, or if we do get a bearish close, hopefully we can see price driving back down. Okay. Excuse me. I've always got a cough on. Oh yeah. So monthly wise then is It looks like we've created a top wick, but we could have a steeper top wick. So this top wick could come and test the previous top wick. It could even break the highs if it wants to, but I don't believe the body of the candle can close above there without coming down to that level. So really, this monthly candle is not ideal because it can do anything. It's in an area where it's got a top wick, it's got a bit of a bottom wick, but it can still create a steeper top wick and it can still come down for a steeper bottom wick. So it doesn't really help us on the monthly. Okay. Now this is where we need to use the lower time frames. Now the weekly is quite annoying because we've got a lovely close to the downside. Got a lovely close to the downside. So this is what I've got. Let me take this off for now. So this is what I've got. This is the weekly range, right? Here. And then we had a breakout here. And then what's happened is we've had a fake out back into the area. So what does that mean then? So what that means is, now that we've closed back into this area, what range are we still in? Well, we're technically still in this range. Therefore, we broke out of the range and came back in. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming up to fill the range, technically. If we act upon what we see, we've broke back into that range and we should be coming up. Okay, so if we're coming up, what should we see with the candles? Well, we've had a bullish weekly close, and then we've had a pullback first, bottom wick, with no top wick. So could this candle flip to the upside at any point? Well, it could, couldn't it? Now, what I would prefer, if this weekly candle could have came to tap 2301 and then rejected, because what tends to happen is when you get a pullback, it's going to tap previous support, which is 2300. So if we had something like that and then pull back, so we had a bottom wick to the downside like that, then it would be fairly straightforward. We'd just look for buys above 2334 to come up to fill the rest of the range. Okay, but we haven't had that yet. So now we've got to be a bit cautious. Okay, can you see how we're putting this story together? Now we've got to be a bit cautious with buys because it means we can come back down for sells again. Okay, so that's the weekly. Now the daily, what has the daily done? So the daily's had a bearish close. Now the issue you've got here is you broke out and then you've had a fake out back into the area. So where is the daily range for me? So the daily range for me, I would say, is there. So we've got taps here, taps here, taps here. This one goes straight through, but you did get some rejections there, another rejection there, and then a fake out. So I would say that's the range. We've brought back into the area. However, what's putting us off? The thing what's put me off from driving down is this didn't break a high, and this has got no top wick. So that tells me that we might want to come back up. We might want to come back up. So it's not a case of just taking sell, because it looks lovely for sellers, doesn't it? You've had a top wick, sell stops straight down. That's what it looks like. It might do that, but you've got to understand that at any point price can push back up because you've got no top wick and you didn't even break a high. So what is happening here? This is what we've got to look at. What is happening here? The last time we broke back into this area was this here, but you didn't push to the zone, so you didn't fill the range, and then you drove all the way through. So I'm not really liking that. I mean, that's got ambush written all over you at the moment. Okay, so just be very careful at the minute, guys, if you're taking trades. However, the daily is bearish. The daily is bearish, but I would prefer a top wick. If we had a top wick like this, yes, we could take sells, or even if this had broke a high, even better. I'd be in for sells now, coming down to fill the range, because you broke a high and you've created a top wick for this one. Okay, but we've got a bit of contradiction here because the weekly can come down to create a steeper bottom wick and flip, and the daily can come up to create a top wick and then flip to the downside. So there's a lot of contradiction. However, we're only after 10 pips, aren't we? So let's see. So forward then. So what's the forward done? So where's the forward range? So I believe we've probably got a forward range like that. And then we've closed back into the range and we've had a top wick. So if we got a 4-hour close, I would probably say all you need is a forward bearish close, another one. It doesn't even need to break any close. You get a forward bearish close, you get a top wick, you could sell down at that point. The only issue you might have is you have got a horrible area here. Let's have a look at this. That's all we got, isn't it? What is this area? Let's have a look what this area is. So if we got a forward close below there, what happens? Forward close, straight back up, forward close, drive. Forward close, back off, it's not even right. It's not even a nice area, that, to be fair. We're not in a very good area at the minute. We'd have to assess what the forward, where it's going to close really. What's the 3? See if it gives a bit more sense. Again, the 3's just mess about. So the 3's bearish, the 4's bearish. The 2 is bearish. The thing is though, it's filling its range, so you have got a range here, but it's nearly filled it. So it's like we've missed the move type of thing. Until you get a break out of this area, you're in a dangerous area at the minute. Because you might just come back up like these ones, you might just mess about. I would prefer to break these highs at 2337. What is this 2337? 2 doesn't give us nothing. You got no top wick on the 2. No top wick on the 1. Is this a range? Let's get the Meraki indicator on. Help us with some ranges. Okay, so there's the 1. So that's a 1 hour range here. Alright, yeah. So the thing is though, you don't come straight through to fill it. You get reversal here. However, if you cover the high, does that mean you're going to be fine covering the high? But it's filled the range, 50% filled the range. So currently, everything's bearish apart from the daily. Is it the daily? Not the daily, sorry. The daily's bearish as well. The weekly is bullish. Okay, so everything's bearish apart from the weekly. Bearish daily, bearish 4 hour, bearish 3, bearish 2, bearish 1. Bearish 30. So if that's the case, can we come up for a top wick? What's going to close now? How did they 1 hour close? No top wick. And this 1 hour close respected a minor range. Did it? I can hear lots of banging in here. These are minor range here, but if that's the case, what are these levels? Could we take a wing back buy? I don't know whether I'd want to take a wing back buy at the minute. Not very happy at the minute, guys. I think we're going to have to wait for more candles to print. Or, the only thing I'd be after if we had a forward close like this, and then I got a top wick, we could either look for wing back sells around this area or sell stops underneath. But the issue we've got is you're in an area where you've got loads of minor support around here, and they're not like quite accurate, so at any point price can reverse from here. Okay, but also you've got the weekly range where price looks like it could come steeper down in this level. So if price on the weekly wants to come down for a steep bottom wick, then you're going to be pushing to come further down. And at what point, what indication is going to show you that's going to initiate the push down? And if it is going to initiate the push down, if it does come down, do we just take sells below this? Or could we catch this range here? And what do we need to see if we want to catch this range? That's the question. What do I want to see? About the 15s. Got no top wick on this 15. How did this 15 close? Nothing looks similar to before. That's the issue. So these 15s can come down to 2, 3, 18, which it's been. Breakout back up. What's this? Could we take a wing back sell from? Let me mark this up. What does that look like? Looks like we've already tapped it. I'm not sure we're going to tap that again, are we? What if we had an aggressive? Not liking it at the minute, guys. I think I need some more candles to close. Typical, isn't it? I was trying to get a New York session like yesterday, but I didn't get finished in time. I'm really struggling to see where price has done this similar thing. Let's have a little zoom out. So we didn't break a high here. However, it is enough liquidity to drive down. We broke a low. We're still creating lower highs and lower lows. So are we going to come break the low? That's the case. At what point do we get in? How can we get in here? I haven't found a clean traffic range. We might trickle down like this, and if we trickle down like this, I don't like that either. So you broke the low here and then you closed back into the range. There's nothing looking what we've had it before. Oh, this here, so what's this? So we came from these levels, straight through, broke the low, back up, messed about, came up to this level, back down, broke the low, back up, broke the high. Does that mean we're going to come back down and break this low? That's the only thing I've got to go off. This area here, that is it. I don't like it. So if that's the case, if we're looking for sells down, which would make sense with a weekly, which makes sense with a daily, how can we get in here? If I can get a top wick, what we could do, if we can get a top wick, we could potentially take an aggressive entry off a 15. As in, if the 15, so if this 15 pulls back, we could get in, and if the 15 closes above, you can either decide to get out, or if it does pull back and stays below, obviously we can stay in to come down. We're basically going off that the daily could come and fill the range. However, we've got to understand that it could still come back up because you've got no top wick and you haven't brought any highs. But I do believe this is enough liquidity to come down. Why? The reason being is it did actually fake out. It did actually fake out. So this here, this is a fake out to the upside. So it's a good reason price will come down. Just a case of how can we get in. But you could get caught out with a steeper top wick here. It's in a not nice area. So if this 15 can come up, actually it's not the 15 we need this 15 to close bearish and then the new 15 comes up. Sorry, no, that's my bad. That was the 30. Yeah, so the 15's closed bearish. So even if we drive up, you could get something like this. So even if we want to come back up, okay, we would look to get in around here. So that's the top wick and the previous support. Okay, and if the 15 closes above, we could just look to get out. So that's what we could do. It is an aggressive entry because the 30 could flip at any point. I don't know if the 30's broke below. I don't know if it has. I don't think it has. Got a minus support here, 2320. What have we got? 2320. So you might get something like this, I suppose. What are these little areas here? What's this? Okay, the 15 could push to that. Brought the low, push. That is previous support. That would make sense if you push to that area. What would stops be? You could get away with stops just above the high, because if you break the high, you're going to be breaking this high. Pips there. 6.5, okay. 4 minutes left of this. It is in an area where price can reverse, so it's likely you're going to get all this. You might not do much here. Can we come back up to tap 2320? What is that? That's 20 pips. The 30 could flip at any point. This is a riskier trade, guys. Stuff now. So if we can come back up to tap 2320, we potentially could look to get in here, right? It will be an aggressive trade, so we'll be moving stops fairly quickly off a 15 or even a 5, right? Because yes, we could drive straight through this range. Previous data does show that you just trickle down on the hours. It means you don't pull back that much. And if that's the case, it means we're going to be watching it all morning session, if that's what it's going to do. But also, this is also an area where you could reverse from, and you could really just mess about and get something like this, where you just up and down till it decides what it's doing. So we've just got to wait here. 15 is flipping. If this 15 flips and drives, so that's probably the move. Unless the 30 is about to close. So if the 30, let's have a look at the 30. What this does actually. So we get a 30 close. I would say the 30 is like that. So look, you got a 30 close here. Straight back into the area. You could get away with stops like that. 30 close, you could wait for a top wick and get sell stops underneath. You might not drive here though, this is the thing, look, 30 close below, again, back up. So it doesn't look like when you come back into that area for the first time, looks like you pull back in, pull back, and then you drove through, but this broke some highs. So do we need to break some highs before driving through? Oh, there's another 30 back in, another 30 back in. No, it's not looking good this guys, really. We might have to wait for the hour. Back up. 30 back up. It does look like a wing back area that low, but you could also push past it. 30. I'm not sure whether we're going to drive straight through or you're going to pull back. It's like, it's 50-50 whether it's going to drive through or pull back from these areas to have to break a high, to come down. Don't know. Because you had a fake out here, you could argue and say, well, there should be enough liquidity to drive straight through. Right, but you didn't break any highs, and you haven't got a top wick on the daily. So there's two reasons to come back up. So it's not a very nice area this. If the 30 can break the high, we potentially could take an aggressive entry from 2322, but if not, we could potentially get sell stops on underneath. What would the daily look like then? That's only the hour. See, the hour's got no top wick yet. If we get an hour close below here, what happens to price again? Fakeage. Back down, fake out. I really don't like this zone. The fake out. I'm not liking it, guys, I won't lie to you. What is the 4 telling us? We might have to wait for the 4 here, because I need to know if this 4 is going to flip, which it shouldn't do really, but you just need a bearish close on a 4, because what that'll do is when the new candle of the new 4, when the new 4 opens, you're going to get some volume, and then you need to see if that volume is going to break the highs to then flip, or whether that's going to give you the volume to push down. Does that make sense? We've got contradictions. We can go anywhere at the minute. We can go in any direction at the minute. And the thing with, yes, we're sort of bearish on all the time. For all these are bearish, but you've hit an area where, round here, is an area where you can reverse from. So it's like we filled the range. We can't catch that. It's already filled the range. So this is an area where, a decision making area, we don't know if it's going to come back up or whether you're going to push through. Not ideal really. Missed yesterday as well. What was yesterday like? Did you catch anything yesterday? But it doesn't put me off. Oh, yeah, about the candles doesn't put me off at all. And whatever's your preference regarding colours, personally, I use red and green. But what happened? Whatever works for you. Voice okay, ideal. It was immense. Loving the e-scooters as well. You don't get them in Sheffield, yeah, because they get twocked. They get scrapped in, Jack. No top wick. You've had a 30 close, boy. You could just get a fake out here. 5. Okay, the 5 hasn't closed. Tell you what we could do. You got an hour no top wick as well. If these 5s can show that they're struggling to close below here, we could look to buy up again. Aggressive moves. These are a lot more riskier moves. So we've had a 5 close respected. Come on. We've had a bearish close, see what this 5 does. Could come and break the lows again. Anybody catch anything yesterday? Was anyone trading yesterday? It's not what I can really do here, guys. We need some more candles to close. I need to see what's going on. I'm sure we'll catch something, but just not yet. Let's get some tunes on while we wait. Ooh. What a tune. That's something off Lego, isn't it? Or Mario. So the 5's closed bullish. Okay. See, we don't know if this there is going to flip to the upside, and if it is, this might be a case you watch it go all the way down. But no FOMO, guys. No, still got no top wick on this 1 hour. So is this 1 hour going to flip to the upside? And if that's the case, if this 5 does flip now, good morning, George. How you doing, mate? Kicked off laptop, school run. Ah, yeah. Yeah, no, mate. No school run for me. My son's going to high school for the first time today. It's like a 3-day visit thing. So if this 5 can break the lows, okay. If we break the lows and flip, I don't know if you're going to flip though, but if you do, you're likely going to drive 2319. 15 doing? That would be the 15 coming back up. If you do come up, what would that be? 6, 12. Suck me in here. It's this range at the bottom. You don't know whether you're going to drive straight through. What are these here? 32, 64. Because is that the weekly there? Where's the weekly range? Where's the weekly? So this is the weekly, this. So the weekly can come down to tap 2301. Everything's bearish, but it's like I can't get in. It hasn't given me a chance to get in. No FOMO here, guys, but it could drive straight through. I can't do anything unless I get some sort of closures. I mean, if this 5 closes like this, you're still not clear. Like, you've got horrible ranges. Look at this. You could just reject and come back up at any point. Doesn't mean you're going to drive straight through. But if we do get a 5 close below this, and then we get a 5 close back above it, we could look to buy up. Again, these are all, this area here is horrible, right? It will be an aggressive area, so we move stops fairly quickly. And it is a lot more riskier. So if you're not willing to take it, don't take it. Okay? One thing I can't help you with is discipline. I can give you sort of advice of what I've done. But the way I've done it doesn't mean it's the right way to do it. Yeah, you have to work your own discipline out, because at the end of the day, I'm not there keeping your finger off the button to sell or buy. You have to do it. The range, it does look like we can come straight through to 2315. We've also got a rejection area 2316. Okay, the 5's going to close now. What's that? It's the hour. See, even if the hour closes like this, you're still not in a clean traffic. You could do, it's filled the range. Then the range on the hour, there's a minor range here, 2316, where you can just reject from, come back up. It's an awful area to wake up to. Guys, we're just waiting anyway. Good drive. No FOMO, guys. I can't get in on that. 2 seconds. We're driving. Well, it does make sense with the daily, with the wick fill. But the 4 hour, we just had a 4 hour bearish close, a 3 hour close, a 1 hour close, but you didn't actually break out on the 1. Where are we going to bounce off from? Let's mark this up here. What's this? The thing is though, this 1 hour could come and tap 2312. So if we can get an hour close below, and we get a top, we potentially get sell stops underneath. Doesn't mean we're going to drive though. This one didn't tap. Why didn't you tap here? What's this? We could get something like this, guys, which is like nothing, because it means you're going to get an hour close back into the range, and then if you get the fake out, you're going to look at this area and go, okay, well, it doesn't mean the next hour is going to drive up. You get a bearish close, then you get a bullish close, and you spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours working your way up. This hour should come down to tap though, on whether to get a wing back buy from 2312 to come up, because even if you drive down, so like this one, so price coming down, you tap, you still pull back before driving. You tapped here, you pull back to there, so that could be a take partial move to break even. What is this? 25 pips. But you counter trend then, because the daily is bearish technically, and the weekly needs to come further down. If it's going to come down, it's going to come further down, so you're likely going to drive through. So you'd have to have stops below the weekly. But yeah, it's a very strong area this, where you are likely to reject from. So it's whether you want to take the risk to, and you might not even get a breakout here. I mean, there's 15 minutes left of this 1 hour. Yee. We're pushing, guys. We're pushing. I mean, if this one pushes taps 2312, I'll take a buy. However, if the hour closes below, then I'll be looking to get out straight away. Okay, that's something we could look at. You could push a bit further actually. You could actually tap 23008. Very bearish, man. I'm looking at this rejection, rejection, rejection. I would prefer an hourly close like this, and then we got a top wick, and we could get sell stops underneath to come fill the rest of the range. That would be ideal, as long as we don't come and tap. Right, where's this hour? Which one's this hour? This one, I'm looking at this one here. Big pushing candle. I don't think we've had that big push, have we? I don't even had a chance to get any of you guys. Too many contradictions, I think. More looking at these areas here. Two seconds, guys. Hello. Okay guys, so we are pushing down. These areas where I don't know whether I want to take the buys back up. We could be getting something like this today, which is nice, but it just means we don't get any chance to get in. There's a little area here where you pull back to 2319, so if we could get a close like this on the hour and the new hour can pull back, we could potentially look to get in for sells coming down to fill the range. That's if we don't fill 2312, but if we do close back up there, you're probably going to come and break the highs. Is this the forward close? Not even the 4. We've still got another hour on the 4, guys. What if the forward closes below? It's really, I'm not liking it, guys. It's I would probably want to see a 4-hour close. Well, I even need that wing back, but even that wing back's risky because the daily's got no top wick. And you're coming into this area, right? This area here is an area where you're going to either drive straight through, where you don't have a chance to get in, or you're going to reject to come back up for the top wick of the daily. And again, you're probably you're not going to have a chance to get in because you need closures back above these levels, so you're going to have to wait a few more hours. You then probably need a forward bullish close. That's going to take you to 2, and then you look for buys up. So it's really not ideal. It's been weird, the markets lately. I haven't had many trades. I feel like I haven't had many trades for this month. Well, definitely we haven't this month, but I've been away and things like that. But remember, we don't need many trades. Don't need many trades. I can't just get in here. I mean, the price does look like it's going to come and fill the range of 2312, but we're going to see how this hour closes. If this hour closes like this and we pull back, we can look to get in at 2319. However, you could pull further back than that. 1 hour. You might not even pull there. You might only pull to 2317. So what we could do is get sell stops underneath once we tap 2317. But if you look at this one, close, pull back, tap, flip, fill. Close, tap, back down. So this one will play out nicely. If we come and tap it, then we'll probably say we've missed the move at that point. That's probably all I've got going on really, guys, is I need this pullback. So what we can do is if this hour closes like this, as we pull back and we tap 2317, we can get a sell stop underneath, okay, to come and fill the rest of the range in case it does go. Or if we do pull back like so, we can take a wing back sell from 2319. Hopefully it'll pull back, tap, and then flip. Bear in mind though, we could push straight to this one though, okay. And I think stops would only need to be the highs. Maybe this high really. If you come above there, you're not. That's it. Change your direction. The daily's coming up to break the highs. You're going to be breaking this also. So you might as well have stops there. Really. 70 pips. 5. So that's what I've got going on. But we don't really want to come and fill this range. Ideally not. We need to pull back first. Okay, so stand by, because if this pulls back fast, we've got to have a bottom wick as well. If we don't have a bottom wick, different story. So Because if you don't have a bottom wick on this, it's likely the next one's going to open up and push down first and fill the range for us. But I don't see anywhere else where you've got no bottom wick. They've all got wicks. Oh, come on, you. What are you doing? Okay, there's the hour change. We need that pullback first. We don't want that bottom wick first. Look what it's doing. Come on, pull back. Guys, look at that, no top wick, what are you doing, gold? What are you doing? Welcome to trading gold, it will rip your eyes out. We need this flip. So I need a pullback to, and then we get sell stops underneath, right? I've got to have pullbacks though. Let me change this entry to the wick, which would be. No top wick on it, man. Come on, let's get a flip. What we can do wouldn't need to come back that far now. Now that we have broke the lows. Come on. Can we flip? Come on. We might not get this flip here, guys. It's testing the lows again. Do I mean? Look at it going down. What is this? 5. Power's down now. Typical. Typical. As long as we don't tap 2, 3, 1, 2. Got no top wick on the 30 at all. I can't take buys because we're so bearish. Even the 1 hour's broke out now. Very risky taking buys. The next point of call is an hour close below 2, 3, 1, 2. That would be the 4 hour close below. That's what you'd need to see. But you're still not, it's not a case of driving. What would I want to see on the daily? I don't know what this daily is going to do because there's no previous data. You could maybe get something like this. If that's the case, you're not going to drive that far. Come on. Yeah. Give me no chance to get in there, you guys. Look at that. You haven't missed anything, JK. Nothing. Oh, the only thing you've missed is watching price go all the way down without us. We haven't been able to get in. We've had no pullbacks and nothing. It's just pure drop through the floor. Now it's filled the range. So it's like now we would have to wait for a forward close, but I don't think the forward close is going to be enough because you tend to get a fake out with the next 4. If you look at these areas here, yeah, look, we could just mess about now. As long as we don't tap this. I mean, you can tap it, right? So if we look at this one, if we do tap it, we could maybe look at 2322 for wing back sells, but the issue you've got here, the difference to this area to our area is the daily's probably got a top wick on this, ours hasn't. So you're probably going to come up to break the highs. I don't know whether I can get this sell stop on now. I don't like how it's pushed down that much. Oh, no bottom wick on the 5. Okay. Okay. Are we getting this then to come back up? If that's the case, I just don't know whether I want to get that wing back area now. What if we got a 15 close back above? What happens? It's in an awful area. Look at this here. This is the area we're in. This. Look at all that. It's just minging. So we even need to clear it. We need to clear it, come out to the side. I'll come back above. I tell you what, if Newcastle get that at least, I'll be over the moon. Come on, it's fighting. Coming back. See, I don't know if I can have these sell stops now. I don't know if this. We'd probably just wait for closures back below. No top wick on this hour. We got now a close below this 2312 and then a pullback. Don't like these pullbacks, so these pullbacks can go anywhere. I don't think there's out going on for me here. What's the 2 doing? 2 still got no top wick. You're just breaking out now, but you've broke out and filled a range. So that's the issue you've got. You've got no range to play with. So it's whether it's going to break out the next range or whether you're going to close respecting. Look at these 4s here though, and you can just mess about. I'll probably need a 4 close below. Oh, fantastic. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Drop us a like, be much appreciated. We're a new channel. Our company's been around a while, but we are a new channel and we're just trying to grow it. We're not like your typical traders with big Lambos out your front, penthouses, you know, slagging everyone off. Even though I could do, because some of the stuff on social media, some of the so-called trading gurus, man, wow. Have you noticed on social media now, and like, this is what I say, right, the best advice you can get off someone is don't take advice off anyone. Do you know what I mean? Don't take advice off anyone, or take advice, but take it with a pinch of salt. You've got to make your own conclusion up on things, because there's so many people. Anybody now can come across a so-called guru with social media, right? You've got like 19-year-olds giving life advice on social media. every post you see is somebody saying, stop doing this, do that. And you're like, it's just always advice. I didn't ask for your advice. I think I just need to unfriend everyone, don't I? Just need to unfriend everyone. Just don't take advice, but you've got to work it out yourself. Or take advice, but take it with a pinch of salt. Which sounds daft because he's me. So, remember, this is me trading. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I've always said this is not the right way to do it. There's no right. The only right way to do it is if it works for you, but this might not work for you. So you've got to work out if this is the right way for you. I'm not saying you need to stop doing this, you need to do that, you need to do this. Yeah? Because there's so many, especially young people, just flinging advice to everyone. And you're like, you've lived for 2 minutes. You've never left mum's bedroom. And they're on the internet. And it's mad because they've got loads of followers as well. It's like, some of the people on social media, I look and think, how the hell have you got all them followers? And you're like, you just talk pure poo-tang. And that's the only thing what gets me. It's not that I don't like the person, because I never hate. But it's more just sets people back, man. Sets people back. So many fake shit on social media. And people get distracted by shiny objects. So they might be on the right path for them for 2 months, and then all of a sudden a shiny object will come along. I don't know, an AI software, something. Ooh, fuck it, yeah, I'll go on to that. You go on to that, 3 months later, it fails, you come back on the path, you've just wasted 3 months. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna rant at you guys, because now it's going on. Because I've done it all, I went through all that. I looked at everything on social media and was like, ooh, let's have a look at this, let's have a look at that. And it just puts you back and puts you back. And you think, you all talk shit. That is like the reason why we started Relentless. Because we were sick of outside sources influencing us. And that's why when you join Relentless as a member, you'll see you don't get, you for the education, but you don't get pushed into anything. It's all down to you. To yourself. We help you. We are there to help. We don't ask you to go and get people. You don't get commission for getting people. It's not an MLM. You're just there solely to get you profitable as quick as we possibly can in the shortest period of time. Look at this. Got no chance getting in on this, guys. And now you've filled the range and I can't do anything. I don't think there's any point in being... You would need a closure below 2312 now. However, I wouldn't take it still. So I would need a forward bearish close below 2312, and then I would need a top wick. I would then need a top wick to at least tap in 2319, but I wouldn't be taking wing back sells. I'd probably just look for closures. Once you pull back like that on the 4, okay, once you pull back on the 4, then I'd be taking sells below here when the forward flips to come and fill the range. But I wouldn't be taking sells below here without this top wick. That makes sense. So I really don't think there's any point staying on, guys. I think what I will do though, I will trade New York. And I'll be dropping trade ideas in if I take anything. But at the minute, there's just no point. Too many contradictions. What do we want to see this week though? What I want to see this week, right, is the weekly close bearish. I want to see the weekly close bearish. I don't think we'll close back below, but we need to get back below these levels here, 2300, to come down. Because if we can come down, if we can get another closure below here, this is a very clean traffic range all the way down to at least these levels. If we can catch this, that'd be lovely. However, it does look like we might have to come back up to tap this before coming down. So we might get like a triple top if you're into that type of trading. But the daily's telling us that it doesn't look like this weekly's going to flip as of yet. What news have we got this week? It's only Tuesday, man. We have got news today. No news tomorrow. Bank holiday tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay. Thursday, TVP, unemployment claims. PMI. So, yeah. It's probably now going on for me yet, guys. If I do see anything though, I will drop it in the trade ideas. If you want access to the trade ideas, unfortunately you do have to be a member. Or you can become a free member by jumping into our Discord, which is in the Linktree button down in the descriptions. Yeah, it's not going on for me, guys, unfortunately. Any questions before I go, guys? You might as well just have a morning off. Same, there's no football yet. That's all I've been doing, watching football. Okay. Right, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. I'll be back on tomorrow at 8 AM. If you are trading today, good luck. Make sure you wear safety. Yeah, and I will be trading New York. Any trades I take, I will drop them into the trade ideas. Okay? I'm going to love you and leave you. There's no point forcing it. This is the thing with trading. If it's not there, it's not there. There's no point forcing it. I know we didn't trade yesterday. Didn't trade much last week. But it's just, this is trading. You just got to have the discipline to not take trades if it's not there for you. Okay. The only trade we could have took is that coming down, but filled the range now, and that didn't give us a chance to get in. Okay, so there's no point forcing a trade now. You just be more pissed off. Okay, so I'm gonna love yous and leave yous, and I'll see yous tomorrow. See you later, guys.